Austin Schulfer making the start tonight for the Wind Surge as we are ready for baseball here tonight. Game number 4 of this 6-game series as Delvin Perez will be stepping into the batter's box here momentarily, and we will be ready to get this ball game going. And last night was entertaining. It was a good ball game until late. So we were happy about that. The first 2 games, as I mentioned, were both a little crazy. So it's good that we are back and hopefully can even this ball game up. Good crowd making its way into the ballpark as the folks are settling into their seats. 66 degrees here at first pitch. A little cool for Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to all of our listeners and for all those who help serve our country, as it is a great weekend for you, and I hope everybody says thank you over the course of the next 3 days, or really any time of year, but obviously the spotlight shines on all of our service members this weekend. The Wind Surge and Cardinals will be playing this weekend. Of course, on Sunday, the Wind Surge will be wearing their more military-looking uniforms, the camouflage with the camouflage hats. So we're looking forward to that. 66 degrees, clear skies, winds coming out of the northeast at 7, humidity 57% as we get set for first pitch here tonight at the ballpark. Wind Surge are decked out in their home whites. Wind Surge across the front, navy blue, trimmed with red. Wearing the of course, the Lou Schweckheimer patch on one sleeve. First pitch today, 7:09, and we're underway. And then, of course, the city flag on the other sleeve. 1-0 pitch, misses. Cardinals, on the other hand, are wearing their what they call their victory blue jerseys. Powder blue look. Cardinals, Springfield across the front with the bat. Very similar to their Major League club. 2 Cardinal red birds. The difference, the Major League team for St. Louis has just 1 red bird, of course, on the bat. So it is a little bit of a different look. Gray pants, and of course everybody in the Cardinal organization wearing the red shoes. Pitch fastball, gonna miss inside for a ball. Austin Schulfer making the start. 25 years of age, 1-1 with a 6.32 earned run average. 15 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 12 runs, 13 hits. Pitch going to be down low. He walks him. One of the problems with Schulfer at times is the free pass. He's walked 70 guys in his 3-year career. His walk per 9, which is how many walks do you issue over the course of 9 innings, is 4.05. So it is a little bit on the high side. His strikeouts per 9, 6.32. So those are just a couple of numbers to take a look at as we get into baseball tonight, as Nolan Gorman will step in. And Gorman takes the pitch, and it's going to be outside for ball 1. Ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Now a throw over to first base and back into the bag safely is the runner at first base, and Perez, who reached a moment ago on a walk. Gorman at the plate, and the pitch going to be down in the dirt, and it's going to kick away from the catcher. Schulfer allowed, oh, they're going to take off for third, and here's the throw. He's going to be done. Gone! Now, all of a sudden, I think they're going to say that timeout was called, and he has to go back to second base, and if I'm Ramon Borrego, I can't be happy with that. The plate umpire did call time, but why was he taken off for third base? He was Perez, of course, didn't know time was called, but time was called, so he goes back to second, and he survives. I tell you, there's not to make fun of the Springfield Cardinals here, but there are some rules, cardinal rules in baseball, we call them. You absolutely never make the first out of an inning at third base. And if Delvin Perez would have done that here in the top of the first inning, it would have set a very bad tone for this ball game for Springfield. Pitch from Schulfer, ground ball right side, and picking it up is the shortstop Palacios. The runner is able to advance to third base on the play. So with one out and a runner at third, you see why? Because now the runner is at third. Now a sacrifice fly or a ground out in the infield gets Springfield a run. You see how important it is not to make that first out of the inning at third base. So they have a runner over there with one down, and it brings up Ivan Herrera, who's had a pretty good series against the Wind Surge. And the pitch is going to miss inside here for a ball. Herrera against Wind Surge pitching in 9 games is batting .344. He has 2 homers and 8 runs batted in. And the pitch is going to be swung on and fouled back. And we try it again now with the count being a ball and a strike. 1-1 here to the batter, Ivan Herrera. Top of the first just underway. Wind Surge and Cardinals, and the 1-1 pitch going to be swung through and missed here for a strike. Bringing our count now to a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch swung on and struck him out. That is a strikeout victim of Ivan Herrera. So with 2 outs and a runner at third, that's exactly what Schulfer needed there. He needed a strikeout, either a strikeout or a pop-up on the infield. Now you get that. Now the key would be try to do it again. Obviously, just get an out, and you're out of the inning. The pitch going to be taken here for a strike, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Schulfer pitched so great last Wednesday. I should say last Sunday. It was Wednesday, and then Sunday was his starts last week in Tulsa. Pitch swung out and missed here. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the hitter. This is his second start against Springfield, so he's a chance to make some adjustment. The 1-2 pitch got him 87 miles per hour. It's a strikeout, and the inning is over. No runs, a couple of Ks after the leadoff walk, and that's how this one gets started. Austin Schulfer gives up that leadoff walk, but he pitches around it. And our ball game, folks, is going to head into the bottom half of the first. Springfield nothing, and the Wind Surge coming to bat. This is Wind Surge baseball. Back here at the ballpark, head to the bottom of the first inning. Wind Surge coming to bat for the first time. Designated hitter Jose Miranda will lead it off. The lineup again is Miranda, Celestino, Mooney, Palacios, Morales, Cabbage. The bottom third is Hamilton, Bechtold, and Whitefield, rounding out the starting 9 in today's ball game for Wichita. Jose Miranda, the designated hitter, coming off of a rough night last night. He was 0 for 5. So let's get him back on track here today, as Miranda will step in to face the right-handed pitcher Dalton Roach. Roach, fastball, curveball, changeup kind of guy. Roach's numbers for the season look like this. A kid that played college ball at Minnesota State. 0-2 in 4 relief appearances. Swung on and missed here for a strike. Maybe got a little piece of it. 12 innings pitched. He's allowed 11 runs on 20 hits. Pitched in Peoria, State College, and Johnson City back in 2019. So he's bounced around quite a bit. 12 starts that year. after a guy that was signed out of the independent ball the year prior to that. Pitch going to be down in the dirt. So Dalton Roach is kind of one of their guys that they have found. He was pitching for the River City Rascals back in 2018 in the Frontier League. 25 years of age, making the start today. Because he hasn't made a start this year and he hasn't thrown a lot of innings, he would be on a little bit more of an extreme innings limit. Pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 here to the hitter. And the 2-2 pitch going to be a ground ball. Hit towards short. Shortstop Delvin Perez throws to first. And Miranda tries to do a little dance around Juan Yepes, and he is going to be out. Well, after what we saw yesterday in the Chicago Cubs-Pittsburgh Pirates game, if you have not seen that replay of what Javi Baez did, you probably should just get on the Google machine and type it in, because it is an incredible play. And it's great work by Baez. Got to tip a hat off to him, but it's sometimes you win, sometimes you lose in a situation. That was more the Pirates losing and making some really bad decisions more than it was Baez being brilliant on the base paths. As he ran backwards, avoided the tag, and then they ended up getting a run out of it. Here's Celestino who steps in. And the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. I've watched it a couple of different times, and it just amazes me as I shake my head looking at that play. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed here for a strike. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now to the hitter. Wind surge and Cardinals. Celestino at the plate, swings away. He's actually been swinging the bat very well. He's got this batting average for the season to .257, has a home run and 5 RBI. Celestino in this series is 6 for 14. So that is pretty good, as he's been really swinging the bat much better here in the last couple of days. And the pitch going to be taken here for a ball, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes here to the hitter. 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter. And the 3-2 pitch swung on, and a fly ball into right center field. Coming over is the center fielder, Vinsky, and he's going to run underneath it and make the catch for out number 2. So with 2 up and nobody on, it'll bring up to the plate the second baseman, Peter Mooney. So Mooney will step in. Big hit yesterday. Mooney line drive into left center field. It drove in 2 to tie the ball game in the 3rd. Mooney bats here with the bases empty. Quick breaking ball. And it's going to be taken here for a ball. And it's now 1 ball and no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch going to be taken here for a strike, and the count evens now at a ball and a strike. 1-1 with 2 down, and the 1-1 pitch going to be taken here for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Two and one now to the hitter. 2-1 pitch, going to be ground ball right side. Second baseman is up with it, tosses it on to first base. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We have played an inning here tonight. Cardinals and Wind Surge. At the end of 1 inning, it is scoreless. First time in the series, neither team has struck first. This is a quick timeout. We'll be back, second inning. This is Wind Surge Baseball. Nick Plummer will step into the batter's box to lead it off here in the top of the second inning. Windsurge and Cardinals. Stepping into the batter's box is Plummer. And here's the delivery. Going to be a line drive into right center field. It's going to be a base hit. Plummer with a big turn at first base. He's going to open things up here with a single into right field. So with a man on, it brings to the plate Juan Yepez. Didn't play yesterday. Yepez, though, has been swinging a really good bat. He's had a home run now in 3 of his last 5 ball games. Yepez, who makes his way into the batter's box. Short lead off the bag at first base. And now the pitch is going to be down in the dirt. Another wild pitch, second one of the ball game. That's kind of bizarre to have wild pitches this quick. Yepez at the plate, a .231 batting average, 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in. So Yepez at the plate. And the delivery is going to be taken here for a strike. And it's now no balls and 2 strikes here to the hitter. Nothing in 2. No balls and 2 strikes here to the hitter. And the delivery swung on and missed. It's a strikeout. So after the leadoff single, the wild pitch advanced him to second base. A big strikeout here for the first out of the inning. So the Windsurge and Cardinals here in the second inning. Austin Schulfer comes set. And the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. Nothing in 1 now to the hitter. No balls and 1 strike. Runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Going to be just outside for a ball. And the count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike here to the hitter. Take a look at the Surge defensively tonight. Caleb Hamilton is the catcher. Morales is making the start at first base. He made his first career start at first base in affiliated ball. He had started at first base for the Kansas City T-Bones a couple of years ago. But it was the first time in Major League Baseball affiliated ball, first base last week at Tulsa, where he gets another start there today. So it's good to have his bat in there. Mooney's at second, Palacios is at short, and Bechtold's at third on the defensive end. And the outfield is Celestino in left, Whitefield in center, and Trey Cabbage making his first start in the field. He has made 2 starts as the designated hitter. He is in right field for the start today. Nick Dunn at the plate. And the pitch here to Dunn. He waits on it and lines it foul down the third base line. And we'll try it again now with the count being at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Dimensions here at the ballpark, 340 down the line, 400 to straightaway center, 325 down the right field line. Little roller. Schulfer tried to pick it up. Now picked it up and he tagged him and he missed. He was late. He didn't miss him. He was late with the tag. And that'll be an error on Schulfer. That'll allow Nick Dunn to reach E1 moves the runner to third base, and there's a runner at first. It's a swinging bunt. Schulfer reached down and just whiffed on it. It was picked up, just looked at the replay, and he's safe at first base. Good call. Plate umpire tonight, Luis Hernandez. Ty Krause is at first base. Harrison Silverman, the three-man umpiring crew here in the AA Central. Hernandez behind the dish is the crew chief. First and third and one out, and the pitch going to be outside for ball one. Ball and no strikes now to the hitter. 1-0 now to the batter, David Vinsky. And the 1-ball, no strike pitch. And the delivery is going to be outside. Ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Now to the batter, Vinsky, who will step into the batter's box. 2-0 pitch going to be swung on and popped up foul territory. First base side up and out of play. And we try it again now with the count being at 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 here to the hitter. Runners at the corners. Now a throw over to first base. And back into the bag safely. Over at first base is going to be Dunn, who reached on an error earlier. Windsurge have committed an error now. It's been a pretty long run of stretch. Wichita has made an error now in 12 of their last 14. They came into play today 7th out of 10 in fielding percentage in the league. .975. Still pretty good, but at the same time, it's that, you know, 1 miscue, 2 miscues a night that have had some issues at times. This one's a sharply hit ball up the first base line, foul. And we try it again now with our count being at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Austin Schulfer was so sharp last Wednesday. I say Wednesday because I keep forgetting what day of the week it is. That's what happens during the baseball season. Last Sunday in Tulsa, the final game of that series in which the Surge defeated the Drillers. Sharply hit ball up the middle into center field, 100-mile-an-hour off the bat, and it's a base hit into center field. Plummer comes in to score. Nick Dunn goes to second base, and it stops there. RBI single for Vinsky, his 9th run batted in of the season. So with a runner aboard at second, first and second, Springfield strikes first with a 1-0 lead. And here comes Aaron Antonini, A-N-T-O-N-I-N-I. He's the catcher, and Antonini stepping in, and it's going to be taken here for ball one. 1-0 now with 1 away now to the batter, Antonini. Runners at first and second base, and the pitch going to be taken here for ball 2, and it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes now to the hitter. Two and 0 now with 1 away. And the 2-0 pitch, sharply hit ball up the middle, past Schulfer and into center field. They're going to wave Dunn around. Here's the throw back in. They tried to get what would have been Vinsky out at second as he made the wide turn. That one was 102 miles per hour off the bat. What did I say earlier in the ball game? Schulfer, that actually did hit Schulfer. Did not have anything hit hard against him at all in his last start in Tulsa. I mean, nothing at all. And now we've had a lot of 100-mile-an-hour balls that hit off his foot. And Luis Hernandez and Ramon Borrego all around, and he is fine. But it is not good news for the Surge, who have quickly given up 2 runs in the inning. And it's going to bring to the plate Delvin Perez, who will step in. So Perez steps into the batter's box. And the pitch going to be up and in. That'll back him off. Yikes. That was a screamer inside. And the pitch taken here for a strike. And it's now evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike now to the batter, Delvin Perez. 1-1 here to the hitter. And the 1-1 pitch going to be taken here for a strike. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes now to the batter, Perez. Runners at first and second base. Ball game here in the 2nd inning. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike delivery. And it's going to be just outside ball 2, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the hitter. 2-2 now to the batter, Delvin Perez. 2-0 Cardinals. Springfield getting a couple of runners at first and second base. And the pitch, ground ball right side. Second baseman is up with it, flips to the shortstop for 1, back to first, double play. And just like that, Austin Schulfer has got himself out of the inning. So he gets himself a big double play ball. In the inning, though, 2 runs will come to score. And we've played an inning and a half. It is the Wind Surge finding themselves down by the score of 2-0. This is Wind Surge baseball. Back here at the ballpark, the Wind Surge giving up 2 runs last inning. And all of a sudden, it is a 2-0 Springfield lead. Hopefully the trend of the team that scores first wins the ball game is bucked here, as all of a sudden the Cardinals have got the early lead again. Jermaine Palacios will step in. Tim Grubbs joining you here from Riverfront Stadium on a Friday night. Good crowd on hand. Wind Surge down 2-0. Austin Schulfer inducing an inning-ending double play ball there to hopefully help the cause. Palacios rolls it up the line, foul. Wind Surge are 12-9 on the season. Springfield is 5-15 on the season. That one's rolled up the line, third base side, foul. And we'll try it again now with the count being no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 here to the batter, Palacios, who has reached base this season in all but 1 game. He did not have a hit in the game last night, but he walked twice. Grounded to short. Delvin Perez takes it on a hop. Perfectly cleanly picked up. Throws it over to first base for the out. And with 1 down here in the 2nd inning, Dalton Roach has retired all 4 batters he has faced. Around the league yesterday, Tulsa and Arkansas played a game in Little Rock. It took 13 innings, but when it was all said and done, the Tulsa Drillers beat the Travelers 6-2, a 4-run win. And that is the reason why the Wind Surge opened play today just a half a game out of first place, even with the loss. San Antonio was in Northwest Arkansas. They were washed out, a rainout. Frisco beat Midland 3-1, and Amarillo ended up beating Corpus Christi 11-8. Ground ball, picked up, throws it to first base. He tried to apply the tag, and he sweeps the tag, and the ball came flying out, and it's going to be an error on the third baseman. E5 to put Morales on board. So it is an error on the third baseman, Nolan Gorman. So with a man on, first base runner of the day to face Dalton Roach. Here comes Trey Cabbage, the right fielder. Cabbage making his first start in the outfield. Cabbage has singled a couple of times back 2 nights ago. He steps in. And the pitch going to be swung on and missed here for strike one. Little roller to third base. We're showing the replay, and the bad throw from Gorman that allowed Morales to reach. See if the Surge can make him pay for that miscue. It's a 2-0 ball game. Cabbage at the plate. And the pitch going to be low and inside. And it's now 2 balls and a strike. Around the league tonight, of course, same slate. The only difference, San Antonio and Northwest Arkansas will play a doubleheader, and Game 1 is already underway. We'll keep you up to date on the Prairie Land John Deere AA Central scoreboard. This one is skied into center off the bat of Cabbage. The center fielder, Vinsky, standing in place, gets underneath it and makes the catch for the out. So with 2 outs and a runner at third, make that first base, it brings up the catcher, Caleb Hamilton. The WinSurge roster did make a move today. B.J. Boyd was signed as a free agent. Boyd had been with the Independent League in the Atlantic League for the Lancaster Barnstormers. They hadn't played a game yet, so he didn't have any stats. He hadn't played minor league baseball since 2018 when he played in the Oakland A's organization at AAA Nashville. Played for the Nashville Sounds. Had a pretty good season there. Was .271 with 4 homers and 49 RBI in 105 games. 4th round pick of Oakland back in 2012. So he joins the ball club today. Signed as a minor league free agent. Caleb Hamilton at the plate, and pitch is going to be taken here for a strike, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike here to the hitter. So with a runner aboard at first base in Morales, 2 outs, WinSurge trailing at 2-0. Cardinal infield, first baseman Yepes is holding the runner, and the other 3 infielders are kind of course, slanted over towards Hamilton to pull the ball. Caleb batting average has dipped down to .205 as he has struggled in his last couple of ball games at the plate. Trying to get back on track here on a Friday night. And the pitch up and in. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 2 down here to the hitter. That was 92 miles per hour up and in. A little chin music. Roach delivers, and it's going to be a little roller up the third base line. Foul. And we'll try it again now here in a moment with our count being at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the batter. And the 2-2 here to the batter, Caleb Hamilton. And the pitch going to be just outside ball 3, and it brings our count now to full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. Roach has retired 5 of the first 6. The only runner to have reached thus far for Wichita reached on the error. Runner going, 3-2 pitch, swung on and struck him out. A strikeout of Hamilton. First punch out of the day for Dalton Roach. In the inning, no runs, no hits, an error, and a man left on base. Our ball game is played 2. The Wichita Wind Surge find themselves trailing after 2. 2-0 Springfield. This is Wind Surge baseball. Back here at the ballpark, Wind Surge gave up 2 in the top of the second inning, and it's now a 2-0 ball game. Springfield has the advantage. Thanks for joining us. Take a look at the Major League scoreboard tonight, presented to you by our good friends at Speedy Cash, as the Wind Surge and the Springfield Cardinals. 4th game in 6 days. These two teams getting it done here today. Everything in the big leagues, for the most part, is a night game. There was a day game this afternoon at Wrigley, and the Cubs win again. The Chicago Cubs improved to 28-22. They blanked the Reds this afternoon, 1-0. The Cubs were out hit 7-3 today, but pick up the win at Wrigley this afternoon. A lot of rainouts tonight. Some bad weather in the Mid-Atlantic to the Northeast states. Rockies and Pirates rained out in Pittsburgh. Brewers and Nationals rained out in D.C. Braves, Mets rained out in Queens. Nolan Gorman at the plate. Ground ball left side. It's picked up by Andrew Bechtold, the third baseman. Gorman, though, is retired, but Bechtold fielded it, but it would normally be where the shortstop would have played. Later on tonight, the Mariners host Texas. The Dodgers host the Giants. The Diamondbacks host the St. Louis Cardinals. A's host the Angels. White Sox and Orioles. That game is in Chicago, is in a rain delay. If it was Baltimore, you figured based off the weather in the other 3 cities, you would expect a rain out. But no, that game is in the Windy City. Royals underway tonight. They are in Minnesota. Royals and Twins are scoreless. That game heading to the 3rd inning in just a moment. Pitch going to miss inside. So we'll keep you updated on those games and much more on this Friday night from Riverfront. Ivan Herrera swinging the bat well, and what does he do? Gets himself another base hit. Herrera has done nothing but get hits against the Wind Surge. As he gets another one here. He is the DH today, normally a catcher, but you want to keep his bat in the lineup, and he just hit a bullet up the middle. Herrera last night reached base in 4 of his 5 at-bats and had 3 hits. Night before that, he didn't have any hits, but he reached base twice with walks. So Herrera's aboard with 1 out, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. He reached base 4 times back in Game 1 of the series in the Cardinal 7-2 win over the Wind Surge. And the pitch swung on and missed here for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2. Here to the batter, Alec Burleson, and the 0-2 pitch going to miss outside. Burleson hit his 2nd home run of the season last night. It was a 2-run shot. Really kind of put the game, you wouldn't want to say out of reach, but it was the home run that kind of probably cinched it for Springfield. It was a 4-2 ball game. The Wind Surge had plenty of opportunities, but he hit that 2-run home run in, I think, the 7th inning, and that made it go from a 7-2 ball game, make it a 4-2 game. Yeah, it was the 7th. It went from a 4-2 game to a 6-2 game, And that was the final. Ground ball, first base, going to be picked up by Morales. Roy Morales thought about going to second to get the lead runner in Herrera. Almost cost him. 3 unassisted. And there's where not playing a whole lot of first base almost cost you. It's pretty routine play normally, but because he was late breaking going to first, it was a very close call. So stepping into the batter's box is Nick Plummer. And Plummer will step in. And the pitch is going to be taken here for ball one. 1-0 now with 2 away. Now to the batter, Nick Plummer. 2-0 Cardinals. Ball game here in the third. And Plummer stepping out of the batter's box here. It's funny looking into the crowd. You got folks in shorts and T-shirts. You got folks that are just wearing like a long sleeve T-shirt or sweatshirt. And then you got some people really bundled up. It's kind of like a cross of if I took a picture, you wouldn't have any clue what really the temperature is at the ballpark. 2 balls and no strikes now with 2 down. And of course, over the course of the night, it probably will cool down a little bit. And the pitch, big swing and a miss for a strike. And it's now 2 balls and a strike. Nick Plummer at the plate. And the 2-1 delivery awaiting. And the pitch going to be sharply hit, and it's going to ricochet off of Mooney, and it's going to go into left field. Coming around and scoring all the way from second base is Herrera. So what should have been the end of the inning is going to bring in the 3rd run of the day. So it is an error. And now all of a sudden, here comes Chris McNeely once again coming out. So it was a sharply hit ball up the middle. And it's an error. I said Mooney, but it was an error on the shortstop Palacios. With the shift, you had runners, you had the defenders once again playing a little bit out of position. So that'll be an unearned run against Scholfer, making it 3-0. And here's Juan Yepes, who will step into the batter's box. Chris McNeely, the ball club's athletic trainer, has had to be on the field twice here in the first 3 innings of this ball game. That's never a good trend in a ball game. Here's the 0-1. The 0-1 pitch going to be a ground ball hit towards short. Shortstop Palacios is up with it. Throws it on to first base for the out. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error. 2nd error of the night. And a man left on base. Springfield extends their lead with the unearned run as this ball game is heading to the bottom of the 3rd. Cardinals ahead of the Wind Surge, 3-0. This is Wind Surge baseball. Back here at the ballpark, Wind Surge have got themselves down by the score of 3-0. Another unearned run. By the way, in this ball game, the Wind Surge, who have allowed 3 runs, only one of them has been an earned run thus far to Austin Scholfer. So stepping in is going to be Andrew Bechtold, who will step into the batter's box. So Bechtold will step in. Andrew settling in here. Wind Surge trailing it now 3-0. Bechtold's really been swinging the bat well. Hopefully he can keep it up. You know, we talk about his jersey number and being part of it, of course. Over the last couple of days, Mark Contreras had really been swinging the bat well for going up to AAA. I was talking to Bechtold about it. He's always been number 5 in his career. He got here to Wichita. Mark Contreras had more service time, more of a veteran player, had pick of the jersey number before him. He'd always been 5. Fly ball, well hit, right center field. This one's going to be off the wall. Bechtold is in at second base, and that's how this third inning will start off. 108 miles per hour off the bat, and he has got himself a double to right field. He is just absolutely, when he hits the ball, he absolutely has been just crushing it. 91-mile-an-hour pitch. And that one was just crushed. And it ends up shooting the gap. An exit velo of 108 miles per hour. And here's Aaron Whitefield, who will step into the batter's box. And Whitefield will step in, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. 0-1 here to the batter. No balls and 1 strike. And the 1-0, the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. So Whitefield at the plate here. And it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 taken here for a strike, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now to the hitter. 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled off first base side, up and out of play. Whitefield in the ball game last night, walked and singled. He was officially 1 for 3 in the ball game for the Surge. Check swing, did he go? I think he did. Indeed he did, and it's going to be a strikeout. So Whitefield is a strikeout victim for the first out. So you're down 3-0. Dalton Roach working here with a runner in scoring position at second base to lead off the inning. And he's going to end up getting the strikeout of the number 9 batter. And now you roll back up to the top of the batting order in Jose Miranda. And Jose takes the pitch here for a ball, and it's now a ball and no strikes now to the batter, Miranda. 1 ball and no strikes here to the hitter. And the 1-0 delivery going to be swung on and fouled back. And that'll even the count now at a ball and a strike. 1-1 here to the hitter. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the hitter. And the pitch going to be taken here for a strike, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. Miranda was 0 for 5 last night. He had grounded out on the infield 4 of the 5 times, so it was a tough night for Miranda. Not a whole lot of productive at bats. Now here he bats with a runner in scoring position. Ground ball hit to short. Shortstop Delvin Perez, very smooth, picks it up and throws it to first base for the putout. So with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Yeah, he's kind of just had a couple of off nights so far, and that's, you know, it's not shocking. It's baseball. It happens. But that doesn't mean in his third at bat tonight couldn't flip the switch and bring it back. His numbers this year have been incredible. Here's Gilberto Celestino. Started off slow, but has started to really swing the bat well. I mentioned Celestino. He had 3 hits, his first 3-hit night happened last night here at the ballpark. He bats here with a runner at second base, and he certainly has been playing very well. As here's the pitch, it's going to be rolled up the line, third base side, foul, and we'll try it again now with the count being at a ball and a strike. 1-1. Here to the batter, Gilberto Celestino. Tim Grubbs joining you, Riverfront Stadium on the banks of the Arkansas River. Delano District, just across from downtown Wichita. Beautiful skyline here tonight. Good crowd in the building, and there's a buzz to it. And here's the pitch here to Celestino, and he's going to swing away, and it's going to be fouled off right at the plate. The count even here at 1-1 strike. 1-1. Here to the hitter, Gilberto Celestino. Here's the 1-2 strike pitch. Sets and delivers. Swung on and struck him out. And what an inning as he gave up the leadoff double, and Bechtold is stranded at second base. We've played 3 on a Friday night at Riverfront. It's the Wind Surge trailing the Cardinals 3-0. This is Wind Surge baseball. Nick Dunn will step in, lead things off as our ball game goes to the top of inning number 4. For Springfield tonight, 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. For Wichita tonight, no runs on 1 hit and 2 errors. 2 errors have led to 2 unearned runs. Here's Nick Dunn. Reached on an air, ground ball up the middle, fielded by the third baseman Andrew Bechtold, who picks it up from normally where the shortstop would be, picks it up and throws it onto first base for the out. So with 1 out, it'll bring to the plate the center fielder, David Vinsky. So Vinsky will step in. Wind Surge trail 3-0. Pitch taken inside. Ball 1. Austin Schulfer, starting pitcher tonight for Wichita. 1-1 record with a 6.32 ERA coming in. Plate umpire Luis Hernandez gets the ball out there. The Wind Surge are tied for the league lead with road victories with 8, but have struggled here in their new digs. Beautiful new ballpark. And coming into play today, Wichita here at home is 4-5 through its first 9 home games, splitting a 3-game series, obviously, with Amarillo. Ground ball hit towards third. Third baseman Bechtold is up with it. Taken, fires across the diamond in time, and there's 2 away. So with 2 down, it brings up the number 9 batter, the catcher, Aaron Antonini. And the numbers are also there. Wichita is hitting 250 at home, 264 on the road. Doesn't sound like a lot, but 14 points can be a lot, especially if the numbers are really different if you get rid of the game from 2 nights ago, a game in which the Wind Surge scored all of those runs. The numbers, that game is 14 runs on 18 hits, really loads the home stats up, because you take away that game, it really you really see a huge difference between home and away. They are hitting 14 points better, and then their road ERA is more than a half a run less than at home. And the other thing odd by it here in the early going is that we do believe this will be an offensive ballpark when it warms up, but we haven't really seen it yet. This one is going to be fouled off down the line, third base side. Springfield hit 5 home runs the other night, 5 solo home runs in the first game of the series. But I didn't feel any of them, maybe one, was helped by the wind. The home run last night may have been helped by the wind by Burleson, but not a lot. I mean, it wasn't like a huge difference, but I have a feeling once it warms up and the wind is blowing out, it's going to be a big difference. But we'll see. We don't know. This is a brand new ballpark, and until you play a season, see how it goes. Here's the pitch taken here for a strike, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 2 down here to Aaron Antonini, who is the catcher here tonight, and the pitch is going to miss. And it's now a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 now to the batter. And 3-2 delivery now to the batter. Austin Schofer comes set. And here's the pitch. It's a fly ball, well struck right center field. Trey Cabbage is on the run, and this one is going to be up and off the wall. A 2-out double for Aaron Antonini as he's going to cruise into second base. So a double into the gap. So with 2 outs, it'll bring to the plate Delvin Perez, who will step in. So Perez stepping into the batter's box. Delvin Perez at the plate, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. Nothing and 1. And the 0-1 pitch taken here for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 now to the hitter. And here's a ground ball hit towards third. Third baseman is up with it. Bechtold will make all of the outs that inning as he picks it up and throws it across to first. No runs, a double, and a man left on base. They have left 4 men on base through 4. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Wichita trailing it 3-0. Bottom of the 4th coming up from Riverfront. This is WinSurge Baseball. Cardinals out in front 3-0 as our ball game moves into the bottom half of the 4th inning. Hi everybody, Tim Grubbs here at the ballpark, Riverfront Stadium on a Friday night. The Wichita WinSurge and the Springfield Cardinals. 4th game of this 6-game series. We'll do it again tomorrow night. It'll be an ICT Saturday, 6:05 start. It'll be a good pitching matchup. Josh Winder, who has been the Surge best starter here in the month of May, gets the start. The right-hander is 1-0 with a 0.93 earned run average. Will match up against the left-handed starter, Domingo Robles. That'll be a rematch of opening night back in Springfield. And then on Sunday, we play a day game, 1:05. Left-hander Brian Sammons will match up against the right-hander Alvaro Sejas, who is that's a rematch from game 1 of this series back on Tuesday night. Peter Mooney to step into the batter's box, and the Moon Man takes the first pitch here for strike 1. No balls and a strike here to the batter, Peter Mooney. Mooney stepped out of the batter's box. A delayed time here, not exactly sure. But we'll get back at it. WinSurge with just the 1 hit through their first 3 at-bats. It was that bullet hit by Andrew Bechtold back in the 3rd inning of this ball game. Here's Mooney. And the pitch going to be taken here for a strike, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now to the hitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. And the 1-2 pitch, little roller out towards the pitcher, and going to be picked up by Dalton Roach, and little underhand flip, and Mooney is retired. So with 1 out, it brings up Jermaine Palacios. Palacios, who grounded out to the shortstop back in the 2nd. Steps in here with the bases empty. And the pitch to Jermaine, skied into right. Right fielder coming in, and camping underneath it is Burleson, who will make the catch. And there's quickly 2 up and 2 down. You know, I mentioned early in the ballgame, Dalton Roach making the start today. Because he hadn't started a game yet this season, you know, he had only been out of the pen. How long could he go? Well, here he is pitching into the 4th inning. That pitch there by him was only his 52nd pitch of the night. So, yeah, just when you think, all right, how deep into the game can he go? Well, let's face it, he is very efficient. So could he go another inning? Yeah, I guess so, depending on what he does here this inning. Here's Palacios, who fly to right. And now here's Roy Morales, who reached on an error. He's one of 2 base runners now in the ballgame for Wichita. So Morales is at the plate, and the pitch going to be up and away. And it's now 2 balls and a strike. Dalton Roach comes set, and this one is going to be swung on and fouled back. Count evens now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now to the batter. And the 2-2 delivery awaits, and the pitch going to be swung on and fouled back once again, and we'll try it again now with the count being at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Here to the hitter. 2-2 pitch taken inside, ball 3. Thank you for joining us. Memorial Day weekend here at the ballpark. Surge are home tonight. And then going to be home tomorrow at 6, and then Sunday at 1. And it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. 3-2 now to the hitter. Little roller up the line, first base side. Up the line, and we'll try it again. Three and two, and we'll try it one more time. Roy Morales at the plate now with the count being full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and the 3-2 pitch. Did he walk him? Yes, he did. So the Surge are going to have themselves a base runner here. So a walk. And that'll bring to the plate Trey Cabbage, the right fielder. So Cabbage will step into the batter's box. Short lead off the bag at first base. Wichita trailing Springfield 3-0. Bottom of the fourth here at Riverfront on a Friday night. And Cabbage takes a curveball here for a strike. So Cabbage at the plate. And the delivery here with a runner aboard at first base, and the pitch going to be popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Going to be ended up into the seats about 10 or 12 rows back, and we'll try it again. Their count being at no balls and 2 strikes, nothing and 2 now to the hitter. Short lead off the bag at first base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Going to be down low. Blocked by the catcher, Aaron Antonini. Springfield in town. They are the Cardinals affiliate, taking on the Wind Surge. They are back here in just a couple of weeks. So if you didn't get a chance to come out and you're catching it up, you can see them again in mid-June. They get into town on June 15th. It is a strikeout. Cabbage is gone, and so are the Wind Surge. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left on base. We've played 4 tonight from Riverfront. Springfield, who has 2 unearned runs, is out in front by the score of 3-0. This is Wind Surge baseball. Back here at the ballpark, our ball game is going to move here into the top of the 5th inning. Austin Schofer heads back out there to pitch for Wichita. Thanks for joining us here today. Probably the last inning for him, as he's going to open this inning with 76 pitches. So obviously his pitch count starting to creep up there. Talking to Luis Ramirez, the pitching coach, it's possible that, I would imagine once we get to June, I don't know the answer. I haven't really followed up recently of when these pitch counts have been incrementally going up since the start of the season, and for good reason. I understand why. Many of them didn't pitch last year, but they thought maybe when we got into June, we could see the pitch counts maybe go up a little bit. So I need to probably bring that question back up and see what's going on. Here's Nolan Gorman, who will step in. Gorman takes the first pitch here for ball 1. 1-0 now to the hitter. Nolan Gorman. Here's the 1-ball, no strike pitch. Schofer delivers, fly ball, well struck, left center field. The Wichita left fielder on the run, and Gilberto Celestino is going to run it down and make the catch. Well, he covered a lot of ground there. That was a well-struck ball that was hit into the gap in left center, and he had to make a nice effort to get there and run it down, and with a nice sitting catch. You know, plays like that you watch and you're like, well, you know, it was a good play. He's supposed to make that play, but obviously certainly made it look really good. So here's Herrera, who will step into the batter's box. And the pitch going to be taken here for a ball, and it's now a ball and no strikes. 1-0 now to the batter, Ivan Herrera. And the 1-0, fly ball, right field. Standing in place is the right fielder, Trey Cabbage. 2 up, 2 down. 3-0 Springfield, top of the 5th inning for Alec Burleson. So Burleson will step in. Struck out and grounded out to the first baseman. And the pitch going to be taken outside here for a ball. Ball and no strikes now to the hitter. And the 1-0 pitch. Line drive right center field. We've had a couple of nice defensive plays, but this time the ball is going to drop. As it does drop for a 2-out base hit. First hit of the night for Burleson. And it brings up the left fielder Nick Plummer. Singled and has reached on an error. Plummer steps into the batter's box here, and he'll take the pitch here for ball one. 1-0 now with 2 away now to the batter, Nick Plummer. And the 1-ball, no strike pitch going to be just outside for a ball. And it's now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 now with 2 away. 2-0 pitch taken here for a strike. Brings our count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 now with 2 down. The 2-1 pitch just outside. Ball 3. That's pitch number 85 on the day for Austin Schulfer. You got 2 outs and a runner on. The veteran hitter at the plate and Plummer, the left-handed batter. And the 3-ball, 1 strike pitch is going to miss here for ball 4. So Burleson heads down to second. Plummer will head down to first as he reaches on the walk, and that's going to get the Windsurge bullpen up and going. So Wichita warming up. Hector Lujan, and I believe that's who it is. And that's going to be it for Schulfer. So a new pitcher coming in, as we are going to have a pitching change timeout here at the ballpark, as the pitching change timeout is brought to you by Eaton Roofing. The Windsurge trailing it here by the score of 3-0. Our ball game here in the 5th inning. It'll be Hector Lujan coming out of the bullpen. We'll take a pitching change timeout. This call to the bullpen coming up. Surge down 3-0. This is Windsurge Baseball. Hector Lujan loosening up as he comes in here out of the bullpen for Wichita. Lujan is the new pitcher for the Surge. Comes in here with 2 men on and 2 outs. So you hope he can get the job done here and get you quickly out of it. Lujan for the season, appearing in his 7th game. 0-1 with a 1.64 earned run average. In 11 innings pitched, he's allowed 2 runs on 3 hits. And the pitch going to be taken here for a strike. Nothing and 1. No balls and a strike. And the 0-1 pitch taken here for a strike. And it's now 0-2 now to the batter. Schulfer walked 2, struck out 3 in 4 2/3 innings. Lujan gets him here. It's not a bad outing. Certainly gets you a good shot, and now he hit him. Came up and in And it just got in a little bit too far. Ends up hitting him here. The trainer, Chris Whitman, coming on out to look at Juan Yepes as hit batsman. So the bases are now loaded. He got hit on the arm, and Whitman is looking at it. And you can, for the folks that are watching on MILB TV, you can see the discomfort. These guys are tough. I mean, we sit here and be like, oh, I just hit him. Well, that was a 90-mile-an-hour pitch that hit you in the arm. I mean, sometimes it's more, you know, and a lot of times these balls, you know, the bruising and the pain really kicks in a couple innings from now, you know, as it works its way. So here we are, Nick Dunn with the bases loaded all of a sudden. So it started off as a very good inning for Austin Schulfer, his fifth inning of work. He had a couple of fly balls to the outfield. Quickly, within just about 4 pitches, there was 2 outs. Then you had a looked like just a base hit to center field, and then a walk to Plummer. He exited. Then Lujan was up 0-2, looking like, okay, we're going to get out of the inning. It'll remain a pretty good ball game, 3-0. And now let's see what the bullpens can do and see if the surge offense can come alive. And all of a sudden he hits him on an 0-2 pitch, and the bases are loaded here for Nick Dunn. Here's the 1-0. And the pitch here to Dunn, swung on and fouled back, and we'll try it again now with the count being 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. And the 1-1 delivery. Here to the hitter. And the 1-1 pitch. Here's a pop-up into right. It is the center fielder Cabbage coming over along with Aaron Whitefield, and the catch is made, and the inning will come to a close. So the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, a hit batter, and they leave 3 men on base. This ball game is going to head to the bottom of inning number 5. It's the Wind Surge trailing it 3-0. Bottom of the 5th coming up from Riverfront. This is Wind Surge Baseball. Back here at the ballpark, the Wind Surge find themselves down 3-0. Let's see if Wichita can get something going. Hi, everybody. Tim Grubbs back out here at the ballpark, Riverfront, on a Friday night. As Wichita, who trails in this ball game 3-0, see if they can get something going offensively, as it has been all Springfield here tonight. The Cardinals have out-hit the Surge in this ball game 6-1. Our only hit of the night was an Andrew Bechtold well-struck double back in the 3rd inning. Bechtold is scheduled to bat this inning. He would bat second, as Caleb Hamilton will step into the batter's box to lead things off. Hamilton settling in, and here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. First base side, and we'll try it again. Count being no balls and a strike here to the hitter. 0-1, and the 0-1 pitch going to be missed for a ball, and the count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch swung on and fouled back. Count is now a ball and 2 strikes here to the hitter, Caleb Hamilton. 1-2. Here to the hitter, Caleb Hamilton, a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch going to be outside for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now to the hitter. 3-0 Springfield. The Cardinals with 2 in the second, a run in the third, and the 2-2 pitch took an awful lot off that pitch, and Dalton Roach strikes him out. Number 5 on the evening. So with 1 away, it brings to the plate the third baseman, Andrew Bechtold. So Bechtold will step in. He has doubled in his other at-bat. And Bechtold steps in. He takes the first pitch here. 74 miles per hour is what the gun had on that one. So not necessarily a lot of velo. And the pitch going to be low and away here to Bechtold. And it's now no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 now to the hitter. The 0-2 pitch up and away. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now with 1 away now to the hitter. And the 1-2 pitch going to be swung on and fouled off first base side, up and out of play. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes here. Cardinals have out-hit the Wind Surge 6-1. Wichita trying to get back into this ball game, trailing 3-0 here in the 5th inning. And the pitch here swung through and struck him out, just throwing a lot of breaking balls, just mixing and matching. And he's got these Wind Surge hitters all confused. Strikeout victim number 6 here in the 5th inning. So with 2 outs, Aaron Whitefield will step in. Struck out back in the 3rd inning of this ball game. Whitefield will step in here, and the pitch is going to be taken here for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike now to the batter, Aaron Whitefield. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's going to miss inside. And the count evens up now to the ball and a strike. 1-1 now to the hitter. The 1-1 pitch, line drive down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Whitefield can run. He's on his way for 2. He's making the big turn, and he'll hold up there at second base. They're going to throw back to second base, and Delvin Perez nearly tackled the umpire. Well, his forward momentum had him almost taking out the umpire. It's a 2-out double. Giving the folks here in the ballpark something to laugh about, that's for sure. As we are laughing at that right now, as stepping in is going to be Jose Miranda. Santos warming in the pen. As Miranda will step into the batter's box here. 3-0 our score. Whitefield with a 2-out double. Roach making his first career Double-A start. His first start of the season after working in the pen. This will be pitch number 79 for the ball game. And the pitch swung on and missed here for a strike. And it's now no balls and 1 strike. You like your chances here. Miranda hasn't been swinging the bat great in the series, but you got a runner with good speed on. He's going to be running on contact with 2 outs. And Miranda, of course, has been one of your better hitters all year. You take a look at Jose's numbers, especially here against Springfield. Miranda against the Cardinals this year comes into play today in 9 games with 25 total bases and 40 at-bats, batting .350. 3 of his team-leading 5 home runs have come against Cardinal pitching. And a pickoff play back to second, and he is back into the bag head first once again. So they're paying attention to him here. A couple of throws back towards second base, obviously knowing he's going to be leaning towards trying to get somewhat an advantage to try to score if there's a single. And the pitch swung on. Good cut there. And he fouls it back. And it's now no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 now to the batter, Jose Miranda. Ramon Borrego, the ball club's manager, is in the third base coach's box. Miranda's at the plate, and this one is going to be swung on and fouled back. And it's now no balls and 2 strikes here. 0-2 here to the batter, Jose Miranda. Whitefield with a 2-out double after back-to-back strikeouts. 82nd pitch of the ball game, and it's going to miss down low for the starter, Dalton Roach. 1 ball and 2 strikes now with 2 away. The 1-2 delivery awaits Jose Miranda. Coming set, looking at the runner at second. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Roach, going to be down low. Ball 2, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 2 away. Two balls and 2 strikes now with 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And the delivery swung on and just did get a piece of this one to stay alive. With our count being at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jose Miranda at the plate, the wind surge. And the Springfield Cardinals. Our ball game here, 3-0. And now Dalton Roach is going to step off. He is really bothered by the runner at second base. I mean, there's 2 outs in the inning. Essentially on a base hit, he scores anyway. So I'm not sure exactly why he is so concerned with him. If he gets the batter at the plate, obviously the inning is over. But I get it. There's some speed out there. And the 2-2 pitch. Line drive, right field, and it is going to be dropped by the first baseman. We're going to have a play at the plate, and Whitefield is now heading back to third. He is in a rundown, and did he avoid it? No, he got him, and the inning is over. A line drive hit at the first baseman. He leaped up, did not make the catch, but they're going to end up getting him out. At the plate is Whitefield, and the inning is over. Well, a crazy play. We'll get to the rundown and the details when we return. But we have played 5, 3-0 Springfield. This is Wind Surge Baseball. Well, a bad break for the Surge. You hit a line drive to the first baseman. By the way, that was scored a hit for Miranda. And then Whitefield, you can't blame him. he was going to try to score, and he ends up being thrown out. 3-2-5 on the putout, I believe, would be the official out. That's probably going to do it for Dalton Roach. So the Surge did have a chance to get some offense against him in that last inning and could not. Ground ball hit towards shortstop. Up with it is Palacios, who throws it onto first base, and David Vinsky is going to be retired for the out. So with one down, it brings up the catcher, Aaron Antonini, who steps in. The number 9 batter in the lineup, Antonini, coming into today's ball game, had not played an awful lot. Had only been in 3 games. He was 1 for 7, batting $143. Well, so far tonight he has singled, drove in a run, doubled. So all of a sudden, he's got himself a pretty good batting average after a couple of plays like that. And the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike, and the count is evened up now at a ball and a strike. 1-1 now to the hitter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to the batter, Antonini, and he's going to swing away and foul this one off. A ball and 2 strikes now to the hitter. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 down here to the batter, Aaron Antonini. And the 1-2 delivery, hard hit ball, hit towards first. First baseman is up with it. He will scoop it up, and step on the bag is Morales. Quickly, 2 up and 2 unassisted. 3 unassisted. 3-0 Springfield here in the 6th. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night from Riverfront. Taking a look around the Major League scoreboard, brought to you by Speedy Cash. End of 6 in Minneapolis. Royals lead the Twins 3-1. Get you caught up on some of the other scores in just a moment as Delvin Perez steps in, and he takes the pitch upstairs here for a ball, and it's now 1-0 now to the hitter. Ball and no strikes now to the batter, and the 1-0 swung on and missed here for a strike. A ball and no strikes now to the batter, Perez. Here's the 1-0. Shows a bunt. Going to take it here for a ball. Blue Jays lead Cleveland 11-2, top of 7 in Cleveland. Red Sox and Marlins in a rain delay at Fenway. 5-2 Sox. Pitch swung on and missed. The bat goes flying towards Jose Lejer, the third base coach. He's the manager of the Springfield team. We have seen on a couple of occasions Cardinal hitters really let the bat fly. It happened twice in the ball game last night. One of them was on a strike 3. And that was a pretty good launch. I mean, if this is a track and field event, you got some pretty good distance on that. What is it, 90 feet between home and third? That one went well beyond third base, so he launched that one a good 110. I don't know what you get for that, but we had a bat throwing contest. Give Delvin Perez a pretty good grade. Yankees and Tigers are in the 9th in Motown, tied at 1. Astros hosting San Diego, 2-1, top of 5. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the batter. Perez, 3-2 delivery, swung on and struck him out. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Our ball game is heading to the bottom of inning number 6. The Wichita Wind Surge find themselves trailing the score by the score of 3-0. This is Wind Surge Baseball. New pitcher coming in for Springfield as Dalton Roach's night is over here at the ballpark. Pretty good performance by Roach. 5 innings pitched. You know, it wasn't like he was throwing super hard, but he got him. That doesn't matter. He was mixing and matches his pitches and walked just 1. He struck out 6, so he leaves the ball game. Pretty impressive in his first start of the season. They're going to turn it over to their bullpen. And coming in out of the pen here is going to be Ramon Santos out of the Dominican Republic. Santos, the new pitcher. 2.25 earned run average. He's only appeared in 2 games. He's allowed 1 earned run, 2 runs overall in 4 innings pitched. Has walked 2 and has struck out 6. Here's Gilberto Celestino, who steps into the batter's box and takes the pitch here for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the hitter. And the delivery taken here for a strike. One ball and 2 strikes here to the hitter. The 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? He did not. Ramon Antonio Santos, 6'2". 220-pound pitcher from the Dominican Republic. Signed at the age of 17. Has been in their organization now for 9 years. Pitch. That's a long time for a guy that is just getting, well, I wouldn't say just getting to Double-A. He got to Double-A in 2018, but has had some injury issues, and he's now back. He opened the year in Palm Beach. Ground ball hit towards third. Third baseman is up with it. Fires across the diamond. Celestino, who's been swinging the bat well, is going to go to 0 for 3 tonight. You know, he spent 3 years in the Dominican Summer League, then a couple of years in Johnson City, which is their former Appy League team in the Appalachian League. And then 2017, A-ball in Peoria and Palm Beach. 2018 in Peoria. 2018 in Springfield, he made 34 appearances out of the pen at a 5.49 earned run average. Of course, last year, no season. So he's been around the block a few times. And see what he's got here today is Ramon Santos. I talk about all of his years, but he's only 26 as the pitch is going to be taken here for a ball. And it's now a ball and no strikes there. You know, you sign at the age of 17 in 2012. Well, here you go. The pitch here to the left-handed batting Mooney. And it's going to be up and away. And it's now 2 balls and no strikes here to the hitter. 2-0 now with 1 away now to the batter, Peter Mooney. And the 2-0 pitch swung on and popped him up into shallow right. It's the second baseman, Dunn, backpedaling, and he gets underneath this one and makes the catch for the out. 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th. So with 2 away, it brings up the shortstop, Jermaine Palacios. So Palacios, who has grounded out to the shortstop and is flied out to right, steps into the batter's box here. And the pitch going to be swung on and fouled off right at the plate. And it's now no balls and a strike. Here to the hitter. 0-1 now to the batter, Jermaine Palacios. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball up the line. Third base side. Try it again now with the count being 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The Wichita Wind Surge find themselves trailing here by the score of 3-0 here in the 6th inning. Not much offense. You've got the double by Pechtold, the double by Whitefield, and then the infield hit by Miranda. And that's it. That's all she wrote for this Wind Surge ball club. That's their 3 hits. So that's all we got for you. And here you are batting in the 6th inning of this ball game. So the Wind Surge obviously like to get something more here in the inning. No balls and 2 strikes now with 2 down. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and struck him out. Palacios is a strikeout. And the Wind Surge go down here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. Our ball game is going to head to the 7th from Riverfront Stadium on the banks of the Arkansas River. Wind Surge trailing Springfield 3-0. This is Wind Surge baseball. Back here at the ballpark, Wind Surge and the Springfield Cardinals. Nolan Gorman stepping into the batter's box is 0 for 3 tonight. Is grounded out to second, grounded out to third, and flied out to left. So Gorman will step in, and the pitch is going to miss up high for ball 1. 1-0 now to the batter, Nolan Gorman. And here's the pitch, and it's going to be swung on and a high towering fly ball to right. Heading back is Trey Cabbage to the warning track to the wall, and this one's gone. Nolan Gorman, who has been quieted tonight, has just hit his 3rd home run of the season. 107 miles per hour off of a bat as he can touch them all. And now all of a sudden, it is a 4-0 ball game. Well, it was a pitch that was just hard and in, and Gorman turned on it and ripped it deep. And that one ends up landing in the Cardinal bullpen out there in right center field. So a home run to right. And the pitch is going to be taken here for ball 1. Well, that's no good. Well, you haven't had much offense tonight, and all of a sudden now you've given up another run. First run allowed by Hector Lujan. So the Wind Surge, who trail 4-0 here in the 7th. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the hitter, Ivan Herrera. And the pitch going to be taken here for a strike, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now to the batter, Ivan Herrera. As I mentioned, the Wind Surge trailing it now by the score of 4-0. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And the delivery going to be up and away now for a ball. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. here to the batter, Herrera. And the 2-2 pitch swung through and struck him out. That is a strikeout victim for the first out of this 7th inning. Here's Alec Burleson, who will step into the batter's box. The Wind Surge trailing 4-0. Surge have only been shut out once this season. Of course, you still got 3 more at bats. So not only do I don't think we're going to get shut out, I still think we got a shot. You know, you're only down by 4. I mean, it's obviously a good chance to get right back into this ball game. Ball and no strikes now with 1 away, and the 1-0 pitch going to be taken here for a strike, and the count evens up now at a ball and a strike here to the hitter. 1-1 now to the batter, Alec Burleson. The pitch from Hector going to be taken here for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Two and one now with 1 out here to the batter, Alec Burleson. Struck out in the first, grounded out to the first baseman in the third, and now single to center. Burleson is at the plate. And it's now 3 balls and 1 strike now to the hitter. And the 3-1 delivery swung through and missed for a strike, and it's now a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 now with 1 away here to the hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 3-2 delivery, ground ball right side. Second baseman is up with it. It's going to toss it on to first base for the putout for the 2nd out of the inning. Wichita trailing at 4-0. And with 2 outs and the bases empty, Hector Lujan in his 2nd inning of relief. Wind Surge bullpen has been really good this season. You have to be happy with their work in most of the scenarios. Pitch by Lujan, who has been very good this year, and he's going to miss up high here. Hector in relief today has pitched 2 innings, has allowed that 1 run on the 1 hit. Pitch going to be up high. Nothing going in either bullpen at the moment. Plummer, he's had some success this season against Wind Surge pitching. You know, Nick Plummer comes in. You know, he's got 3 homers. He's got 10 runs batted in. Plummer, a .345 batting average for the season. And his numbers against the Wind Surge even better. Coming into today's game, he was batting .458. And that, of course, he's got a couple of hits tonight. Ground ball right side. Second baseman is up with it. Tosses it on to first, and Plummer is retired, and the inning is over. 1 run on 1 hit, and nobody left on base. A leadoff home run for Nolan Gorman. And this ball game is now a Cardinal 4-0 lead. So Springfield adds to their advantage. This contest heads to the stretch. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Springfield with a 4-0 advantage. Back here at the ballpark, the old Chicago 7th inning stretch. becoming a nightly tradition here at the ballpark. Folks love catching those softy baseballs as the Wind Surge offense. We need to get that one going. As stepping in to the batter's box is going to be Roy Morales. So Morales will step in, and the pitch swung on and fouled off. Santos in his second inning of relief. He mowed him down in order in the sixth. 1, 2, 3. Morales, who's reached on an error, has walked at the plate. And here's the pitch here from Santos, and it's going to be up and in.
Attendance 4,898.
2 balls and a strike now to the hitter. 2-1 now to the batter. And the pitch here from Santos is going to be taken here for a strike, and it's now evened at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now to the hitter. Two and two. Here's a fly ball into right. It's going to drop for a base hit. So Morales is on base for the 3rd time today, albeit his first hit of the night. As he lines that one into right field. Well, he's been on base, like I said, 3 times today. A walk, reached on an error, and now he singles. So let's see if the Wind Surge can turn that into something. Bottom of the 7th, the base hit, just the 4th of the night for Wind Surge offense. Here's Trey Cabbage. He will step in. Springfield out in front 4-0. This crowd of nearly 5,000 tonight has not had much to cheer about on the offensive end for Wichita. Cabbage at the plate, and the pitch from Santos is going to be taken here. And the count evens now at 1 ball and 1 strike now to the hitter. 1-1 now to the batter, Trey Cabbage. Now throw over to first and back and into the bag at first base is going to be Morales. Not a threat to steal, Roy. Not a guy that'll be off and running. Not a speed burner by any means. And the pitch swung on and missed here for a strike. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now here to the hitter. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike delivery, and the 1-2 pitch going to be missing down low, ball 2. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th, nobody out. It is the bottom part of the order up for the Surge after the base hit by Morales. Trey Cabbage, a left-handed batter, is at the plate. Now throw over to first, and Morales sprinting and getting back into that bag safely. 2-2 now to the hitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes, in the 2-2 pitch going to miss. Ball 3. And it's now full count. Three balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 now to the batter. Santos in his second inning of relief. And the pitch popped him up down the left field line. It's going to be out into the seats. Getting well out of play. And the count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Springfield scored first tonight. That has been a big part of this series. Of course, the first 3 games decided by the team who scored first. Wichita this year 3-7 when the opponent has scored the game's first run. Trying to buck that trend here tonight as the 3-2 pitch is going to miss inside ball 4. So this is a good start to the inning. After you got the leadoff single by Morales, Trey Cabbage has now drawn the walk. And here comes Caleb Hamilton. And before Hamilton can even get into the batter's box, Darwin Marrero, the veteran pitching coach, is making his way out there. There's nobody warming up yet in the Springfield bullpen. But Edgar Escobar is beginning to do some stretching and some exercises out there in that right field bullpen. And I would assume it would be Escobar, because of that action, would be the guy that they may be getting up and starting to warm up if necessary. So long meeting with the pitching coach, Marrero, and his entire infield. His Springfield Cardinals are out in front 4-0, but the Wind Surge, who have left 4 men on through the first 6 innings, are threatening here in the 7th inning, as they've gotten the leadoff single and now a walk. So with nobody out, you got runners at first and second base, and it brings to the plate Caleb Hamilton. Hamilton has been scuffling of late. 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out in both of his at-bats. The pitch to Hamilton, fly ball, well struck right field, playable for the right fielder. Burleson will make the catch deep enough to tag the runner from second base in Morales. So you move a runner up 90 feet. He crushed that one. Exit 95 miles an hour off the bat. It did travel 341 feet, but not enough in this big yard. So with Wind Surge runners on the corners, it brings to the plate Andrew Bechtold, who's already doubled and struck out tonight. Now, like I pointed out in the ball game last night, you don't need to get 4. But man, with this ballpark erupt, if you can get a hit here and get right back into this ball game. Breaking ball taken for a strike. As the folks are definitely involved in this ball game, as they are locked in right now in a big spot. No balls and a strike now with 1 away. And the 0-1, little dribbler in front of the plate is going to be picked up. He throws it, and it gets away. And the Wind Surge are going to load him up. Well, I have no idea why the catcher would throw to second base there. That is, you throw the ball to first. You get yourself the second out of the inning. Instead, he went the hard way and threw it down to second base, and that's what happens when you do the wrong thing in baseball. You go and get the force at first. He went to second, and it will be a fielder's choice and an error on the catcher. So the bases are loaded here for Wichita. Down by 4, and Aaron Whitefield, who doubled in his last at-bat, takes the first pitch here for strike 1. 0-1 here to the batter. So Whitefield, that double that he did last time, I would love to see a carbon copy of that right here as they would be off and running. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the batter. One out in the inning. Whitefield at the plate, and now time is called. Santos in his 2nd inning of relief. Has only thrown 30 pitches. And the 1-1 pitch swung through and missed here for strike 2. And the count is now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now to the batter, Aaron Whitefield. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first, second, and third. Ramon Borrego looking on from third base. He's the manager in the third base coach's box. The 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And Whitefield striking out for the 2nd time tonight. For Santos, a huge strikeout. His 2nd punch out. They just showed the replay on the monitor up here in the booth, and yeah, he went. So a huge strikeout here for Santos. And it brings us back to the top of the batting order in Jose Miranda. Bases loaded, down by 4. Santos's pitch going to be low and away, ball 1. Ball and no strikes now to the batter, Jose Miranda. The runner at first, a runner at second, and a runner at third. Here's the 1 ball, no strike pitch, and the 1-0 delivery. Going to be down low, ball 2. Nowhere to put him. There's no room at the inn. A walk would bring in the first run of the night for Wichita. 2 balls and no strikes now with 2 away. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and a ground ball up the line, third base side, foul. Good at bat here for number 22, Jose Miranda, who did pick up a hit in his last at bat. It was a 2-out infield hit. Ended up ending the inning when Whitefield got caught in that rundown between home and third. That was really the only other scoring opportunity tonight for the home team, as the Wind Surge have found themselves in a tough spot. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball going to miss up high, ball 3. Three balls and a strike now to the hitter. Three and 1, bases loaded. Here's the pitch to Miranda, and he walked him. First run of the night comes in for the Wind Surge on a bases loaded walk. Roy Morales comes in to score. Trey Cabbage to third. Andrew Bechtold goes to second base, and Jose Miranda picks up the RBI walk. It's an unearned run for Santos due to the error on the catcher earlier in the inning. No activity in the Cardinal bullpen. Wichita's got its first run of the night, trailing it 4-1. And here's Gilberto Celestino. And Celestino steps in, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. That last pitch, 96 miles per hour from Santos. He's been throwing more on the soft side, but his rearing back is now that one once again back on the soft side at 82. Yeah, he hasn't thrown all that hard, even though you know he has it. And that's probably what makes him such a good weapon. You know he's got 95, 96, but when he's throwing 80, 81, it's got to keep these hitters off balance. Bases loaded. 4-1 Springfield. Wichita's showing some late life, getting a run here in the 7th, and they have loaded the bases. Celestino, who had a 3-hit night last night. And a breaking ball at 80, taken for a strike. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes. Now you're behind in the count. It's got you guessing now as it's thrown 96, now followed up at 1-2. Runners at first, second, and third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and struck him out. Gilberto Celestino will go down, and Wichita leaves them loaded here in the 7th. Ryan Mason is going to come out of the bullpen and pitch here for the Windsurge. Hector Lujan tonight, 2 1/3, allowed 1 run on 1 hit, walked nobody, and struck out 2. So Mason enters the ball game as the new pitcher. So Wichita gets a run in the 7th. So they give up a run in the 7th, score a run in the 7th. Mason is in the ball game as the new pitcher. Juan Yepes, who has struck out, grounded to the shortstop, and has been hit by a pitch, will step into the batter's box. And Yepes, who's really been swinging the bat well, picks up and rips one down the line. Third base side, foul. We'll try it again now with the count being no balls and a strike. Nothing in 1 now to the hitter. And the 0-1 grounded up the line. And it's now no balls and 2 strikes. Been on base in 14 of his last 17 games. Had a grand slam last week against Northwest Arkansas. Yepes, 23 years of age. Acquired from Atlanta back in 2017 in a trade for Matt Adams, the veteran. Yepes, Y-E-P-E-Z, from Caracas, Venezuela. Mason is in the ball game as the reliever. Third pitcher of the evening for the Windsurge. Ryan Mason, 26 years of age, from Auburn, California. Pitch fouled off. It's now a ball and 2 strikes now to the hitter. 1-2 now to the batter, Juan Yepes. Wichita down by 3, 4-1, as the Surge had a rally in the bottom of the 7th, did manage a run. Mason comes set and delivers. Ground ball up the third base line. Foul. 13th round pick in the 2016 draft. Played college ball at UC Berkeley. 2019 Southern League All-Star. All but one of his outings this year has been good. His one bad outing was a little rough. It was in this ballpark on the 15th of May. Line drive, right center field. It's a base hit. Yepes will start things off here in the 8th inning with a single to right. Yeah, he went 2 innings, allowed 4 runs on 6 hits. You really break it down and look at Mason. He's only allowed 5 runs all year. So if you delete that appearance, that means he's only allowed a run in all of his other appearances. So that's nice. But obviously it's not that easy. It's not like some sort of equation where you drop your worst performance. Ground ball hit to third. Backhand by Miranda. Throws it around the corner, and he's got a double play. Well, it was a one-hopper. The Wichita defense was a little awkward, so you had to be patient with the throw. It was a one-hopper to Bechtold. I did say Miranda originally, but then Bechtold had to wait, and he throws, and just like that, you got the double play ball, and there's quickly 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Second double play today, turned by the Surge. And here's the pitch, and it's going to be taken here for a ball here to David Vinsky. Want to know now with 2 away. And a breaking ball taken here for a strike. One ball and 1 strike. Tulsa leads first place Arkansas 7-2 in the 7th. Fly ball, right field, long run for Celestino. Not going to get there. The ball will drop. It'll be a base hit into right field. So a 2-out single. It was a long run for Cabbage. So it's a base hit. And with 2 down, they have a base runner. And that'll bring to the plate Aaron Antonini. Number 9 batter in the lineup. He's 2 for 3 tonight. So Vinsky drops a single into right. And the pitch, a sharply hit ball into right center field. Base hit. Vinsky's going to head first to third. Here comes the throw to third, and it's not in time. Nice throw by the right fielder, Cabbage. It was on the money. I don't think Vinsky really realized there would be a play at third. And there was, but he did slide in safely ahead of the tag. So all of a sudden, after you give up the base hit, you induce the double play ball. He's given up back-to-back base hits in a 4-1 ball game here in the 8th. So this will bring to the plate the top of the order in Delvin Perez. Perez, ground ball up the middle. Palacios will scoop it up, take it himself, 6 unassisted, and the inning will come to a close. Back here at the ballpark, the Wind Surge have got themselves down by the score of 4-1. They picked up a run last inning, nearly gave up a few in the top of this inning, but Mason pitched around some trouble and got out of it. So here's Peter Mooney, who will step into the batter's box. So Mooney will step in. 0 for 3 tonight. Big 2-run base hit last night for Mooney to tie the game in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball taken here for strike 1. Santos back out there for Springfield. And the pitch to Mooney, going to miss inside for a ball. And it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind Surge find themselves down here by 3 runs. It's a 4-1 ball game. And the pitch going to be up and away for a ball. Ramon Santos in his third inning of relief. Working here against the number 3 batter in the lineup. High chopper, first base side, going to go foul. And we'll try it again now with our count being at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 here to the hitter. Two balls and 2 strikes. Peter Mooney is at the plate. And the 2-2 pitch going to be just outside. Ball 3. And it's now a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Springfield with 2 in the second, 2 in the third, added a run in the 7th on the solo homer by Gorman. Wichita responded with a run in the bottom of the 7th. 3-2 pitch swung through and struck him out. So Mooney a strikeout to lead things off here in inning number 8. So this will bring up Jermaine Palacios, who I mentioned has not reached base tonight. Palacios has been on base 19 of 20 games this season. And the pitch is going to be taken here. No balls and 1 strike now to the batter, Palacios. 0 for 3. And the pitch, check swing, did he go? He did. Luis Hernandez, our plate umpire tonight, immediately on it, saying that he did go, and it did appear, and that is exactly what happened there, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. Springfield has out-hit Wichita on this one 10-4. So their offense has been kicking on all cylinders. And here's the pitch, a line drive, well hit to left field. This one's got a chance to get out of here. It does! A line drive home run for Jermaine Palacios. 105 miles an hour off his bat, and the wind surge pull within 2. How about that? Just like that, you get yourself a line drive home run over the left field wall. Unfortunately, it's a solo shot, but the good news is it's a 2-run ball game. So you'll take it. And now here comes Roy Morales, and here we go again. See if you can get something brewing here in this 8th inning. You got plenty of time, down by just 2. Stepping in is Roy Morales, and Morales no balls and 1 strike, nothing and 1 here in the 0-1 pitch. Fouled back, 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 now with 1 away. So Palacios has now reached base in 20 of his 21 games. Ground ball right side. Second baseman Dunn is up with it. He's going to pick it up, toss it on to first base for the putout. Two outs in the inning. A run is in. And it brings up Trey Cabbage. So Cabbage will step into the batter's box. For Palacios, it's his 3rd home run of the season. He came in to today's ball game with the 8th best batting average in the league. And he will pick up a hit here and continue his success. Cabbage, a left-handed batter here, and the 0-1 pitch going to be swung on and missed here for a strike, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2, and the 0-2 pitch going to be just outside for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the home run by Palacios, 105 miles per hour off his bat, and it traveled 388 feet. Activity again in the Springfield bullpen, and it's Escobar once again. Edgar Escobar once again warming up in the bullpen. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch gonna miss here. Ball 3. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming up. 3-2 now with 2 away. And the 3-ball, 2-strike delivery. Swung on and struck him out. And the inning will come to a close. 8 innings in the books. We're going to go to the 9th. The Wichita Wind Surge find themselves down by a pair. It's a 4-2 ball game. New pitcher coming in for Wichita is Jonathan Cheshire, Cheshire, 6'1", 185-pound, 26-year-old. Cheshire comes in from Sayville, New York. A couple different spots back in 2019, AAA and the Jays organization up in Buffalo. Also pitched in Toronto's AA organization, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Dunedin, their single-A team, and then came over to the Twins organization and pitched at AA Pensacola. Nolan Gorman, who homered in his last at-bat, will come in. Cheshire's 4th pitcher of the night for the Surge. Warming up in the bullpen for the Springfield Cardinals once again is Edgar Escobar. Gorman, first pitch swinging, ground ball up the line, foul. And we'll try it again with the count being no balls and 1 strike. Speedy Cash Major League scoreboard on this Friday night. Bottom of the 8th from Target Field. The Kansas City Royals out in front of the Twins 8-3. Whit Merrifield with a 2-run homer. Trevor Larnach with an RBI single. And the Royals, the visitors, have an 8-3 lead. Bottom of the 8th at Target. Taking a look at scores from around the big leagues on this Friday night. Here's the pitch. Going to miss inside. Astros out in front of the Padres 2-1 in the 7th. Angels and A's scoreless in the 5th. Cardinals, the big league team, is up on the D-backs 5-3. That game in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch, ground ball up the line, foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Giants and Dodgers underway. They're at 1-1, top of 4 in Los Angeles. Mentioned it earlier. Cubs beat the Reds today 1-0. That was an afternoon ball game on the south side of Chicago. Line drive right field. Cabbage coming in will not get there. That ball will drop in front of him. So Cheshire gives up a base hit here to the first batter he faces here in the 9th inning. Final score from earlier today. Blue Jays beat Cleveland 11-2 in 7 innings. Red Sox beat Miami 5-2. Game that lasted just 6 innings, was interrupted due to rain, and then was a final. Detroit beat the Yankees today 3-2 in 10. Rainouts in a lot of cities today. Brewers at Nats, Braves at Mets, Orioles at White Sox, Pirates and Rockies, all washouts on this Friday night. Our Major League Scoreboard is always brought to you by our good friends at Speedy Cash, committed to helping you get fast cash when you need it most. Speedy Cash with 6 area locations. No balls and a strike now to the batter, Ivan Herrera. Nothing in 1 now to the hitter. And the 0-1 delivery. And the pitch swung on and fouled back, and we'll try it again now with the count being no balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Short lead off the bag at first base. 4-2 Springfield, our ball game here in the top of the 9th inning. Cheshire's job is to keep it at a 2-run deficit. When this ball game goes to the bottom of the 9th inning, it would appear that we would face Escobar out of their pen. 0-2 pitch swung out and missed. It's a strikeout. And there's 1 out in the inning. And then it will be 7, 8, 9 scheduled to bat in the inning for the Wind Surge. So that is Caleb Hamilton, Andrew Bechtold, and Aaron Whitefield, the scheduled batters who would come up. Alec Burleson, who steps in, and the pitch is going to be taken down low for a ball, and it's now 1-0 now with 1 away. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Burleson homered in the ball game last night. And the pitch going to be inside, another wild pitch. 3rd wild pitch tonight by Wichita pitchers. Gorman heads down to second base. So with a runner aboard at second base, now that's, you did not necessarily want that, not with a runner now in scoring position. You want to keep it a 4-2 ball game, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a ball. And it's now 3 balls and no strikes now to the batter, Alec Burleson. So with a runner at second base, and the 3 ball, no strike pitch, and a delivery, and he walks him. Now this is exactly what you did not want in the 9th, for the momentum that you have built with picking up a run in the 7th, picking up a run in the 8th, and now all of a sudden Springfield is kind of stopping your momentum as they're threatening here in the 9th, and they're going to use a pinch runner. So coming in to run for Burleson, as they are going to get number 28 into the ball game, and that is Justin Turner. So Turner is in the ball game. So Turner is in. He's the pinch runner. So Plummer Bats here with runners at first and second. 1 out in the inning. Plummer tonight has reached base in 3 of his 4 at-bats. He's officially 2 for 4. Steps in and takes the pitch here for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 now to the hitter. And the pitch going to be just outside for a ball. And it's now 2 balls and a strike now to the hitter. 2-1 now to the batter. Here you go. Cheshire comes set. Delivers, and the pitch going to be swung through and missed for a strike. And that's going to bring our count now evened at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 1 away now to the hitter. Two balls and 2 strikes now with 1 away, and the 2-2 pitch going to be missed inside. Ball 3, and it's now a full count. Brings our count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second base, 3-2 offering. Delivers, check swing, he went. It's a strikeout victim. A big one here in the 9th inning to pick up the 2nd out. So with 2 outs, it brings to the plate Juan Yepez. So Yepez tonight, who has struck out, grounded to short, hit by a pitch, and singled. So the 22-year-old will come to the plate with a couple of men on in a 4-2 ball game. Springfield has out-hit Wichita in this one 11-5. And the pitch is going to be low and inside for ball 1. Now the Windsurge have fought back to get back into this ball game, trailing at 1.4-0. Like I pointed out, they have picked up runs in each of the last 2 innings. A run in the 7th, a run in the 8th. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be inside for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. A week from tonight here at Riverfront Stadium, the Windsurge will be hosting the Arkansas Travelers. It'll be our first Fireworks Friday. That's a week from tonight. For tickets, go to windsurge.com. 2-0 pitch going to be outside. Ball 3, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes. Well, a walk doesn't help the case here, as that would load him up. And now Caleb Hamilton coming out. Peter Mooney coming in from second base. So you got a couple of veteran guys that are trying to slow this inning down and try to regain the composure of Cheshire, as he's in a big spot here. 26 years of age. As he is going to get a visit here, and that's going to count as a visit, as the plate umpire Luis Hernandez has indicated to both benches. And now we got a 3-ball, no strike count coming up. Yepez looks like he's ready to go. And the 3-0, and it's taken here for a strike. He looked like he really dug in there and looked like he was going to try to swing. And you never know. I mean, that's the golden opportunity to do it. You're up by 2. There's 2 men on in the 8th. If you would connect, it could be the knockout punch. But obviously it wasn't the pitch he liked. Or he was really given the red light and just wasn't going to swing anyway, but just gave all indications that he might. 3 balls and a strike now to the batter. 3-1 now with 2 down here in the inning. Here's the 3-ball, 1-strike pitch. Runners at first and second base in the 3-1. Ground ball right side. This one's got a chance to get through. It will. Into center field. Coming around and scoring is going to be Nolan Gorman. So the leadoff single comes around to score. Turner goes first to third, and Juan Yepes just hits a bleeder through the right side of the infield for the 5th run of the night. Well, that stings because that ball was not hit very hard. It just happened to be in a spot that Wichita did not anticipate it to go. They had the scouting report, they had the shift on, and he hit it against the shift. And it was the shortstop Palacios was trying his best to get there, could not, and it ends up getting into the right field. It is a base hit, and it's a huge run. There is such a difference in a game where you're down by 2 or you're down by 3 in your final at bat, and that's how big that run is right there. And it's a tough one to swallow because now you're down by the score of 5-2. So stepping into the batter's box is going to be a pinch hitter. I thought it was, but it's Nick Dunn. Yeah, it's going to be Nick Dunn, the umpire just pointing. So 5-2 our score, and the pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. And here's the 1-ball, no-strike pitch, and the 1-0 delivery. Going to be taken here for a ball. So runners at first and third. Cheshire is allowed a run in each of the 2 appearances he has made since joining the ball club from Cedar Rapids. Ground ball hit towards third, going to be picked up by Bechtold. Long throw across the diamond, and a very nice pick by Roy Morales. And the inning is going to come to a close. In the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, and a couple of men left on base. Bottom of the 9th coming up from Riverfront. The Wind Surge now find themselves trailing by 3. It is a 5-2 ball game. This is Wind Surge Baseball. Back here at the ballpark, the Wind Surge have got themselves now down by the score of 5-2. So they need to. So last chance for Wichita. They gave up a run in the 9th. It's now a 3-run ball game. Turner has, who came in to pinch run, has come into the ball game now, will remain in the ball game and play center. Vinsky will move to right. So this will bring to the plate Sherman Johnson, who's going to pinch hit here for Caleb Hamilton. So stepping into the batter's box, Sherman Johnson.
21, Sherman Johnson.
So Johnson batting here in the 9th. And the first pitch is taken here for a ball. Bottom of the 9th, Wichita trailing it 5-2. Escobar in his first inning of relief. Edgar Escobar is in the ball game. So Santos his day is over. And the pitch going to be taken here for a strike. Santos went 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. The run is earned. He walked 2, and he struck out 5. And the pitch here to Sherman Johnson is going to be taken here for a strike. Johnson at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter. And the 2-2 delivery going to be up and away. Ball 3, and it's now a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 now to the batter. Payoff pitch. Johnson is at the plate. And the 3-2 pitch going to me downstairs, ball 4. We'll take it. You're down by 3, so you're going to need some base runners. Why not? It's a walk. Sherman Johnson's going to head down to first base. So you got yourself a pinch hitter who has come into this ball game and going to get down to first base on a walk. It brings up Andrew Bechtold. So Bechtold will step in. Reached on a fielder's choice, has doubled and has struck out. So Bechtold is at the plate. Short lead off the bag at first base. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be taken here for a strike. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike now to the batter, Andrew Bechtold. Edgar Escobar is in this ball game as the 3rd pitcher of the night from Cuba. Escobar, who pitched back in 2019 with both of their single-A teams in the Midwest League with Peoria and the FSL with Palm Beach. Swings away and fouls this one off, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter. 0-2 now to the batter. Andrew Bechtold is at the plate. And the 0-2 delivery now to the batter, Andrew Bechtold. And the pitch, line drive, right center field, base hit. Tying run will come to the plate in a minute as the right fielder Vinsky has bobbled the ball around. But it didn't cost him. So Escobar, who was signed as a free agent, international free agent back in 2018, 24 years of age, has come into this ball game and has quickly given up a walk and a hit. Now the Wind Surge are going to go to the bench again and call upon a pinch hitter. So before the pinch hit can happen, Wichita's going to go to the bench and call upon Ernie De La Trinidad to pinch hit. Second time in this inning we've used a pinch hitter. Now we haven't used a pinch hitter much. Darwin Marrero is going to come to the mound and have a visit. Well, there's a fan wearing the rally cap behind the plate trying to get some other folks to do it. There's another guy doing it. Visit number 2 in the ball game for Darwin Marrero. We got a final score in from Minnesota tonight. The Royals beat the Twins 8-3. That's your final in from Target Field. So De La Trinidad, a left-handed batter, will be the pinch hitter here to face Escobar. Wichita's been out hit in this one 12-6. Ernie De La Trinidad is at the plate. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. It's going to be swung on and missed here for strike one. There's nobody out. So this is a situation where obviously you could build yourself a big inning. You know, the tying run is at the plate here, down by 3. Here's the 0-1 pitch. De La Trinidad is at the plate, and the delivery is going to be taken here for a strike. De La Trinidad on the year has a home run. Comes into this ball game at the .306 batting average. Ernie at the plate, a left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. De La Trinidad, with runners in scoring position this season, is batting .333. So he has had some big hits already this season. We're only a few weeks in. Jose Lejer is out on the top step of that first base dugout for the Springfield Cardinals, making some adjustments as those outfielders for Springfield are playing very deep. They're playing no doubles. They're way back there. So if you can drop one in, you could probably get yourself a run or just load the bases. Both would be important in this situation as the pitch swung on and missed. It's now 0-2 now to the batter, De La Trinidad. No balls and 2 strikes. Wind surge down 5-2 in this ball game. Here's the pitch here awaiting the hitter, and it's going to be popped up. This could be trouble. Second baseman is heading out, and Nick Dunn did get there. You know, that right fielder was playing very deep, and Dunn got a good read on it, and it had just enough carry on it that the second baseman was able to get underneath it and make the catch for the first out here in the 9th inning. So with 1 out, runners at first and second base, Jose Miranda will step into the batter's box. So Miranda tonight is reached on a walk, bases loaded walk, I may point out, picking up his team leading 20th run batted in. He's also had a single, and he's first pitch swinging, going to be swinging away at this one, and he fouls back the 94-mile-an-hour pitch from Escobar for strike 1. Cardinals are ahead 5-2, bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Wind surge. Find themselves down by 3. And the pitch swung on and missed for a strike. And it's now 0-2. Cardinals lead the series 2-1, and they lead this ball game 5-2. They're trying to win back-to-back ball games for the first time in 2021. Miranda at the plate, swung on and fouled back, and we'll try it again now with the count being 0-2. Meanwhile, the wind surge trying to put the stop to that. They don't want to be the victims of that here tonight. Now they've got the right part of the lineup up with Miranda batting here with 2 men on, and then it'll be the number 2 batter, Celestino, who's in the on-deck circle. Escobar throws hard. That last one, 93. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Backhanded by Nick Dunn. He steps on second for one. On to first, and that's your ball game. Edgar Escobar comes through and gets the game-ending double play ball. It wasn't pretty, but the Springfield Cardinals turn 2 for their first double play of the ball game, and that's how it ends. In the 9th, the Wind Surge get no runs, a hit, a walk. They leave 1, and that's how it will end. Final score here tonight at the ballpark, Riverfront Stadium. Springfield goes on to win it by the final score of 5-2. We'll be back, post-game wrap-up and much more still to come from Riverfront Stadium. Springfield has won 2 in a row for the first time this season. They win it 5-2. This is Wind Surge Baseball.